Hey guys, this is Skyforce95 here. So I graduated college about 2 weeks ago, so I thought I'd put together this video of the products that actually lasted me through all 4 years of college. So these things are durable, these help me in a lot of ways, so I think this is really nice if I could share it with you guys, so maybe this would benefit you guys if you're in college or you're about to go into college. So let's just start out with what I have here in the front. Now these are Under Armour Cold Gear Fleece Crew shirts. And they come in a lot of different colors. And what I really love about Under Armour shirts is that they are really lightweight and they are able to wick away sweat really easily. So obviously these are athletic shirts. However, if you wanted to, on a really cold day, these can pretty much replace a couple layers. So personally, I don't like to wear bulky jackets, especially when you're running around in college. You definitely want to try to keep your load as light as possible, and these Under Armour Cold Gear Crew shirts really do it for me. So I got one in black and one in white just for versatility. Of course, they come in a variety of other different colors as well to choose from. And also, as a side note, I made video reviews on all of these products. So if you want to see them more in detail, you can check out the links in the description. I'll put them all there, as well as where you can buy all of these products on Amazon. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. This is a Saucony bifold wallet. What I really love about this wallet here is that it has 2 coin pouches. See one here and another one right here. And it has 2 folds, slots, what have you, to hold bills or receipts. So what I usually do is I put dollar bills in one fold and then I put my receipts in the other one, and then it can hold technically up to 7 cards, but if you stack them, and actually there's even these slots here in the middles, you can put even more cards. So I have maybe put around 15 cards in here before and they all fit fine, and this really helped me organize all my cards and stuff, not just credit cards, you know, those membership cards, what have you. And then I also have, this is also a huge lifesaver, Swiss Army knife. What I really love is that this particular model has all the tools that I usually use: can opener, knives, scissors, tweezers, a reusable toothpick, a pretty standard Phillips screwdriver. Let's see, what else do we have here? There's also different flathead screwdrivers that are kind of built into these other ones. So bottle opener, you know, for college, for those bottles you gotta open. So yeah, I really love this particular model of Swiss Army. I think I got this for around $20 on Amazon. It's probably a little bit more expensive now, probably around $30, but even at that price, it's well worth the money. So I'll put the exact model for this one, Swiss Army or Victorinox. The company makes a whole different selection of Swiss Army knives with many different combination of tools, but I really like this particular combination and it's pretty lightweight. Okay, so and then here, I think most people are probably familiar with this. This is the Texas Instruments TI-84 Plus Silver Edition. And this one is really old. This is the oldest of everything on here. I've had this since middle school, so back in 2008 or 7 I got this, and it's lasted me all throughout that time. It's great. It's a graphing calculator for those of you who don't know, and since I was an engineering major, this has been a lifesaver. It even been into the rain. I thought one time I was doomed that it got wet and it didn't turn on for a little bit, but then I soaked it, well, I dipped it in some rice and then it just turned on the next day and never had any problems with it. It's really great. It just takes 4 AAA batteries and that's it. I always recommend people carry around a battery pack, and a lot of people always ask me to borrow it because they don't bring their own. But this one I really like. This is by Anker. I reviewed a lot of Anker power packs in the past, but this one is a really nice size. It's 10,000 milliamps, so it's able to charge up my iPhone about 3 times completely full, and it also able to charge up my iPad at least 1 time. So I really like this. It has 1 port and it also charges via micro USB, which is still the most popular, I think, charging method for portable devices, and it's really compact, and so I think it's a good size and a good capacity to carry around with you all the time. And then this here is for those of you who like to take photography and video with your smartphone. This is a square jellyfish smartphone tripod adapter. So you can see I have the Joby GorillaPod here. I also did a video on this one if you guys are interested in this product, but this is the one that lasted me through my 4 years of college because this is really handy. It's so compact. It takes in the typical 1/4-inch threading that you just screw onto the mounting plate of your tripod, and then you can easily steady up or mount your shots with your smartphone if you're not one of those people who wants to invest in a more expensive camera. So this is a really nice setup. So I lived off campus for my 4 years and I packed lunch every day, and these by Rubbermaid are something called lunch blocks. They're basically like Lego style lunch containers that you can stack on top of each other like so. And you also can disconnect them and pick and choose which ones you want to bring for that day. In the middle it comes with a ice block here, so this is really nice. You just toss it in the freezer and it gets cold real fast to help keep your lunch cool. So it has 2 small little ones for like grapes or smaller items, and you got a little bit bigger one here. This one I usually put my sandwiches and the actual main course in this bigger one, and so it's really easy to just fit in pretty much any lunchbox. This outlasted all the lunch boxes I went through in college. I kind of didn't buy super well-made lunch boxes, but this actually lasts longer than those. I always recommend that you back up your stuff. I had a problem in the middle of sophomore year where my computer just kind of broke down. I had no idea what was happening, and I wasn't able to access my files on my computer. If I didn't have backup my stuff here, I would have been like really screwed. So this is the Seagate Backup Plus, and what I really love about this one is that it has a removable port here. So I actually use this adapter SATA connector to switch out my hard drive when I upgraded to an SSD on my MacBook Pro, which I also did a video on if you guys are interested. If you have an older spinning hard drive, you want to upgrade it to an SSD, it's well worth the money and the weight. So I really like that it has that extra port that you can remove, so it doubles as an extra adapter. And this one I have in 1 terabyte capacity. And I bought the case later. This is just a typical Amazon Basics case. I'll put the link in the description if you guys want to check that one out as well. And let's move here to the left again. This is the backpack that I used throughout college. You can see it's quite worn out. I got this back in senior year of high school actually. And this is the High Sierra Loop backpack. And it has a lot of these strings or loops, I guess is what it got its name, so you can attach like a sleeping bag or a yoga mat here on the bottom. And there are plenty of pockets on this thing, a lot of pockets. There's even a pocket here on the strap. And what I really love about High Sierra backpacks in general is that the material is very strong. You can see it has this hexagonal pattern, like a beehive. It's very strong, and the material is generally very water resistant. So I've had this in the rain, not downpour, but it would last throughout drizzles and a quick splash of water every now and then. It was able to protect my stuff pretty well. And the material is lightweight as well. I think that's a big thing, especially for somebody of a smaller size like me, or who will be carrying a lot of stuff, also me. So it's always a nice combination to see that the actual backpack is very lightweight and strong. And I really like this particular one. The loop has this handle built into the strap, and it has these suspension straps here that make a whole lot of difference in distributing the weight, especially if you are those who will be carrying around a lot of heavy textbooks, computers, notebooks, what have you in college. So really love this backpack. Okay, and then this is the desk lamp that I used in college. If you had seen my review on this, this was actually my primary room light for most of my time. That was because my room didn't have any other source of light. So this is actually really bright. It gets really bright enough to light up a whole room. And I really like it has different settings here for like reading mode, studying to keep you more awake, relaxations, maybe just about to just reading a book or something and then sleeping. If you want a little night light, you can have that. And it has these plus minus to change the degree of intensity of the light. And what's great about it also is that it has a memory of which setting you had last. So once you turn it on, it'll go back to the original setting that you had previously before you turned it off. And it also has a little timer if you wanted to just have the light on for a little bit. And because it's LED, it conserves a lot of energy, so that's also really great. Is a CamelBak rain cover. Now, even though it says CamelBak, it can actually be compatible with most backpacks. So this is actually the one I use over my High Sierra backpack during those downpours, especially because I biked, so I couldn't carry an umbrella with me. This was great. I just tossed it over, tie it up, and it was good to go. It has really nice coverage, and it's really, lightweight. I just fold it up, toss it inside some small compartment in my backpack when I'm not using it. This is a great, easy DIY thing you can do if you don't want to buy a more expensive backpack that offers that waterproof protection. So you can just buy this $10 little rain cover. And lastly that I have here is the Nutrient Airbender Star Bluetooth keyboard for the iPad and iPad Air. So they have different lineup. This is the Star version because it can swivel like this, and it can even detach completely so that you can just use the iPad by itself if you wanted to. And I really love this because it's so versatile. You can also, if you don't want to take it off completely, you can just swivel it over and do it like this. You can set it up like this, like if you wanted to do a presentation, just swivel it around. It's really compact. It's basically my laptop when I don't need all those more heavy-duty engineering programs. So I just bring around this because it's much lighter than carrying around my MacBook Pro, which is like 3 pounds heavier than this, I think. So I really do like this case. The keys are very responsive. They got really nice shortcut keys dedicated to the iPad. So really recommend this if you have an iPad and you want to make it more of a productivity machine. And I would also like to give just an honorable mention to a few products that didn't quite make it, but are definitely a key component of my college years, and that would be my daily pack here that I usually put all my essentials together. This is the Catmacus Satchel. It was really nice. It lasted me for about 3 years, I would say, until it started to rip a little bit here. I think it's also the fact of how I grabbed it each time that the fabric didn't really hold up for that kind of pressure. But it's still a worthwhile bag to look into if you guys just want a classic daily pack. Maybe if you're not really into purses, if you're a lady, this one's really nice. It has a lot of pockets and is pretty sturdy. And another one is this Armatron watch. This one lasted me, I would think it would have lasted me through all 4 years, except that I interned at a power plant my final year, so the heat and the humidity you just couldn't take it anymore. I would say this thing's really durable for only about $8 how much I paid for it. And I went swimming with it, I showered with it, I pretty much never took it off. And it lasted me through all of that. I just couldn't take the final nuclear power plant heat, I guess. And actually, I love the brand so much that I bought another one right here. This one is very similar, except this one is a little bit more expensive because it has a night light. But other than that, I really love the Armatron brand because of its waterproofness. And the water bottle that lasted me throughout most of my college years is the Thermos water bottle. It comes in a lot of different colors. I had this gray smoky color one, and I really like it because I would like the open spout, and that way it's easier to clean. It's able to prevent the bacteria from growing on it much easier. It has this little intake meter monitoring if you wanted to track how many cups of water you use. And as a final recommendation, this is definitely a big one that you want to save up, or maybe you want to, if you're a high school grad, you want to ask your parents to buy this for you as a grad gift. I would definitely recommend the Bose QC35, either the Series 1 or the Series 2. I bought these my final year of college, and oh my gosh, I wish I bought them earlier, because especially if you're living in a dorm, then you would really appreciate these. These block out noise amazingly, and you can wear these for hours on end without ever feeling any kind of ear fatigue. These are amazing. They sound great. Yes, they cost $350 or $330. Well worth the investment, I tell you. Just if you take care of them, they'll last you for many, many, many years. So I highly recommend picking up these noise canceling earphones by Bose. And if you can't afford it yourself, try to beg somebody to get this to you as a gift. So that'll conclude this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos about product reviews and maybe you want tips about college, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and I'll try to get back to you on those.
Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe to my channel, Skyforce95, if you haven't already, to get more content like this. Or if you're watching this on Amazon, head over to my channel URL right here, or just search it up on YouTube, Skyforce95. There you'll see a bunch of my product reviews and unboxings. Feel free to browse, or if you want to search for something specific, just hit that search field. That'll do it for this video. This is Skyforce95. Thanks for watching.